Hello everyone, welcome back to the Gaming Pantry. I am RetroBear and this is the Gaming Pantry. As you can see, it has games in it. It's a very small room. There's an absence of food. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Yes, so thanks very much for tuning in. This is pickups, which is great because that means I found stuff. And the good thing about this set of pickups this week is I've actually sourced all these myself apart from 2 games. Two games. Apart from 2 games, everything else I've actually managed to sort of come across, not literally, just walked into a shop and found it, which is good because that's how it should work. The last lot of pickups I did has tended to be sort of very much, I've done the research beforehand. But anyway, if you're here for the first time and wondering what the hell I'm talking about, thank you very much indeed for tuning in. Don't forget to have a look around the channel, poke around and see what you see. If you do enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and flick that bell icon to get notifications when more videos turn up. If you are back here once again, thank you very much indeed for tuning in. Much appreciated and glad to have you aboard. We have a game which we mentioned last week on the last pickups video, whenever it was. This is Revenge of Shinobi on the Mega Drive, and it does stuff which is good because otherwise, just sitting there with that in the background would be rather dull. Well, let's ring off original Mega Drive on the Mega Games 2 cartridge I picked up a few weeks ago. Yeah, rather good. And also, if you didn't see that video, there's Golden Axe and there's Streets of Rage and that as well. Games I haven't got around to having to go out yet, but at least that one works, which is the main thing. Yeah, so we've got update, we've got shout-outs, and we've got pickups. We've got some really interesting item this week, More importantly, do make sure you do sitting down later because you're going to see probably, oops, yeah, you see, too much excitement. The camera's been kicked. I've got to work out where that is. Chair, mate, move. Really exciting because, well, exciting for, I don't know, because it's different. Not exciting for me because I spent the money, but yeah, I've dropped a fair bit of cash this week, alright? You don't usually do that, and you're probably thinking, what the hell has happened in the last few weeks? Where is the real RetroBear gone? Where's the guy who buys games for 10 pence disappeared to? Why is he spending £2 or £3? Or, as you'll see later on, more? I don't know. Times change, needs must. No, it's just that where I was and what I was doing, as you will see, I just felt the need to splurge a little bit. So, very much the title of this week's episode is Splurge. So yeah, we've got a couple of dates, got some shout-outs to do as well, which is great, and also the pickup's going to drop me and alternate it as well. So let's just bring you up to date to speed with what's been going on. I'm going to try and do a 2 videos a week thing, just dropping the video in on a Monday and a Thursday as I've been doing. Those of you who watch the collection video for the Xbox 360 will know that has been pretty much been the way forward. So they've been going up first thing in the morning on a Monday and first thing in the morning on a Thursday. I am going to try to the best of my ability to keep that a sort of set times. I've done the premiere things in the evening and they were really good fun when I remembered I'd done it. When I hadn't remembered I'd done it and didn't turn up for a couple of them, I thought, well, that's a bit of a waste of time, really. I didn't realise how it worked, and then I forgot how it worked and just couldn't be bothered to turn up. That's the sort of person I'm sort of saying I'm going to be somewhere and I won't eventually get there. Not deliberately, just, I'll say, yeah, I'll probably turn up and I won't. Doesn't sound very good, that, does it? Not quite meant to come across, But yes, anyway. So hopefully on a Monday and a Thursday there'll be a new video being uploaded at probably 8 o'clock in the morning, nice and easy. And then it's there for people to watch when they go out before they go out in the morning. I know some people start to sit down and get indigestion first thing in the morning watching my video while eating their breakfast. Some people prefer to wait for the evening to get indigestion. It's there. That's what the great thing about YouTube is. You can drop in, drop out whenever you feel like it. So that's it. That's the idea. 2 videos a week. Crap like this and some of the other stuff as well. Which brings me on nicely onto the next one. So the next next collection video I'm going to do is probably going to be the Sony PlayStation 3. Hopefully maybe 2/3 videos on that one. Certainly not 5. I haven't got that many. Possibly could run to 3. I'm looking at the boxes now. I've got the boxes here ready because I'm going to record this and then record those afterwards. I'm looking at those now and thinking maybe that might run to 3. I don't know. So that'll be following up from there. But yeah, that's about it really. Bought something really exciting to store your controllers in, which I'm going to do a separate video on. I was going to do it now, but I got that idea from someone else. I may have mentioned it in my last video, but I forgot to do it. If I did, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If I didn't, then you won't know what I'm talking about. But there will be, and again, that's an idea I've not had myself, idea from somebody who mentioned it to me. And I thought, what a great idea that is. So yeah, so there'll be a video coming up on that as well. I've moved a few bits and pieces around. You probably can't, you won't be able to see actually, you look at the camera, but I try and keep all the retro stuff on the bottom shelf apart from the corner there where the Dreamcast stuff is. Because my Master System stuff has sort of grown now. 8 Master System games, 8 or 9 Master System games in February I managed to pick up. That's a lot. I had 23 before that in like 10 years, so yeah. A third of my collections are spent 10 years, 10, 11 years putting the collection together, and a third of them arrived in 1 month in 2020. So I had to move the Master System stuff up there onto its shelf its own, and then I had to move the Wii U stuff into the corner now, which is fine because the Wii U is only sort of like 17 or so, not many of them. But I'm guessing now that as I go further along with the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo stuff and the N64 stuff, not the Saturn stuff because I'm worried about that. I'm just going to get more space needed, so we may have to take some drastic measures at some point. I always talk about space because that's an issue, but yeah, it wouldn't have, I'd have so many different things. People have also asked me about a room tour as well, and the reason newer viewers may not sort of heard this, say this before, but the reason I'm not going to do a room tour is one, because there's very little to show you. Okay. There's very little to show you. Go and watch some of my older videos from sort of 2018 when the camera was sort of there and I was sort of like sitting at the desk. You know where I do the overhead thing from, and I'm sitting from there. Look at that, because that is the game room itself. What you see on that video is exactly what is here now. Shelves up there, shelves there, and a shelf over there. Nothing has changed. There's nothing to do a tour for. And I'm not going to give you a house tour because I've got stuff scattered everywhere. So that's the reason I don't do it. Plus, as well, if I'm doing collection videos, I don't want to sort of like, you know, run my camera across my collection, because then that sort of like takes away the mystique of it. Anyway, so yeah, some more collection videos, no game room tour, certainly, that's for sure. Storage video coming up, and some other bits and pieces. Yeah, 2 videos a week. That's it. So yeah, that's it. Right, now, pickups. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I been on my own for half the week because the missus has been down to mum's for a few days, which is good for her. Got some rest and relaxation. We've had a busy few weeks, and I started a new job at my current place as well, so it's a bit of a stressful old week on top of everything else. And then I thought, well, I should just go out and maybe do a couple of 3 places on a Saturday, and I only went round 2 of them because I'd spent all my money by the time I'd finished with the first place. And boy, did I spend some money. Compared to most people, this is going to be absolutely nothing. But for me, it's like, you know, I've won the lottery. And it was really interesting because when I started sort of walking around, I thought, I'm not going to jump straight in. You know, you see something and sometimes you think, I've got to get that. And I thought, no, okay, well, I'm interested in that. I'm going to walk around first. I'm going to go everywhere else. And then I'm going to chance it, and then once I've been everywhere else and seen what everything else is, I'm going to go back and sort of pick those things up if they were still there. Reason being is because I don't want to sort of like blow everything all at once. If I spent all that there and then I thought, well, you know, say I found this and this further on down. And it turns out that all the other shops I went to after the sort of the first 3 or 4 produced absolutely nothing. So for me it was alright. Very little in the charity shops again, in this particular one place. So this stuff has come out of where did it come out of? Sort of like a cash reseller, cash converters, and I dare say nothing about a market store and one charity shop, I think. It's the first bit I'm going to show you anyway. And then I've got some more Chazza stuff after that, and also some couple of CX things, which is good, because the less CX stuff there is, the better. And I'm not going to mess around. I'm not going to keep you hanging on like I usually do and make you wait for a bit later. So I'm going to get straight in with this. First, and the big pickup, the big one, for £30, mini Super Nintendo. No, mini NES. Where's Super Nintendo from? I'm thinking about something else. Mini NES. There we go. Which I picked up with 30 quid. And as you'll see, I'll just give you a quick box tour because this is what people look for. I mean, yeah, it's a bit scabby around the edges, but generally speaking, it's not in bad condition at all. A little mark up there where they had the price label over. They always do that, don't they? Always do that. And there we go. So it should come preloaded with the 30 games on it. And I suppose you want to see what's inside. Now, the reason I'm not going to do an unboxing video on this will become apparent very, very shortly. There we go. So it's got the box inside, which is great. And I'll just pull that cardboard out and I'll just give you a quick overview of that. So there you can see there is the... I don't want to take it all out because it is a bit of a bugger to get back in again. But anybody, I mean, who's not seen one of these before, I don't know. Excuse me while I hit the microphone at the same time. But there it is. That's the mini NES. If you have not seen one of those before, and it's obviously got the power and HDMI out. Oh, it's a lovely little piece of equipment. It really is. It's very well made. It's got the little flap there which you can't open, but I mean, all sense and purposes, that looks like, you know, a smaller version of what I'm tapping there, which you just can't see at the moment. But yeah, really good. It's got the one controller, it's got the power cable, and also the HDMI lead, which is great. The only problem I have with it, and I suppose this is probably... Oh, got the camera again. Right. The only problem I have got with this... I mean, you know, you're sitting there thinking, hang on, you just paid 30 quid. Well, I've just paid £30 for something which CEX sell for 50, okay? And they will still give you £33, I think, for one of these. So technically, if I wanted to trade it in, I'm already up on the deal. Obviously, you can hack these to play ROMs and load your own games onto it. And somebody's already done it. Now, I can immediately sort of think, a lot of people say, well, hang on a second, it's been hacked, there's some ROMs on there. Someone technically loaded a free load of games onto it, which is what Mrs. Bear said. She said, well, I don't see the point. Don't see why you complain about it. Thing is, I wanted that to be my decision, but when you're buying something second hand, I suppose that's the chances you take, really. But I wouldn't mind if some of the ROMs actually on there that had been loaded worked, because a couple of them don't. I think it was Aladdin didn't work and Asterix didn't work, and I thought, well, I'm not going to go through all these here to see what works and what doesn't. And there were some really obscure titles on, like Australian Rules Football. You know, from the West Midlands. I mean, goodness me. So I'm a little disappointed, but at the same time, if you're buying something second hand, you've got to presume that somebody may have done something like that. I don't know. I didn't. You know, nobody mentioned it had been hacked. I don't know whether the guys had tested it properly or whatever in the shop. I don't know. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed with it, but at the same time, I wanted one of these for quite some time. I'm happy to have it. You know, as part of my collection, which was great. I'm just a bit disappointed that someone had beaten me to it or made that decision for me. And, you know, to be honest with you, there's quite a few games on there I'm not particularly interested in either. I'd much rather it have been games that I wanted to put on there rather than what it was. But for 30 quid, I don't think you can complain about that. I mean, I think Amazon are selling them for way more than CEX are at the moment. You're not going to get much change out of it. I did actually see later on the mini Super Nintendo. That's why I said mini Super Nintendo earlier, because I thought about it. I did see the mini Super Nintendo in another shop price at 50 quid box second hand, but I thought that's probably going to be a bit too much. If it's still there in a few weeks time, then maybe so, because part of this new job things may be changing, so I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, happy to have it. Disappointed that someone sort of beat me to it. But again, I can't really complain about getting one in what I would say is a pretty fair condition. You know, that's not bad. That's not bad. So, slight disappointment aside, I'm going to sit like that now while I put my leg through. There we go. Less chance of me kicking stamp. So moving on from there, I then went to a charity shop which had a load of PlayStation 3 games dumped into it. And I do mean a load of PlayStation 3. This is a chain I mentioned before. I don't mention it by name because I don't want to give them any embarrassment, but they never seem to have any games in at all, ever, anywhere. There's one branch, in all the years I've been going in there, 5-6 years now actively on these game hunts of the weekend, they've never had a game in there, never, ever. And the other one, which is right by me, right local to me, they've never ever have games on the shelf either. The last thing I got out there was a Game Boy Color magnifier about 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And before that I got Donkey Kong Country and Mario All-Stars on the Super Nintendo from the same place. But I'm going back here like 10 years. Other than that, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I went in here yesterday, and this one does have games in every now and again, but they don't get it very often. A load of PlayStation 3 there, all priced at £3 each. So immediately I'm sort of thinking, oh, I don't want to get involved in this. £3 each, that's a bit rip. It's a bit rich, you know. And looking at a few of the games in there, they were, you know, they were still cheaper than the CX titles. There was probably a couple of games in there which were, I think there was the Guitar Heroes and a couple of the Rock Band games which would have been way overpriced for PlayStation 3 software. But there were some games like Godfather 2, some of the Lego games in there as well, Lego Batman games, Lego Superheroes, which were well priced, but again, not a substantial saving. Or not a saving enough that would make me sort of feel better. I bought it from there, and especially at £3 each. I thought, well, I'll just get the best one of the lot. Which I thought I couldn't find a minute ago. This one, I think CEX at the moment sell for 10. It sounds like a bit mercenary sort of thing. I'm going to get the one that's got the value on it, but you know, I wasn't in the market for buying all those games. I certainly wouldn't have bought them all anyway. Maybe about 4 or 5 of them, but you know, £15 is a fair chunk of me walking about money sort of thing. So I thought, no, I'm not going to bother. So the only one I picked up, which I think CX sell for 10 at the moment, and that's Lego Jurassic World, which I've already got on the Wii U. I'll stick it there, you may see it better. There we go. Does come complete, which is good. I think apparently there's a version with a toy or something as well, which CX got this on their website. There's the back of the box. So yeah, that was £3. So I've already got this on the old Wii U. But yeah, that was, you know, fair little pick up, that one. Like I said, there were other games there as well, but there was nothing really which made me sort of want to go, oh yeah, I can do with spending money on that one. Right, so had a bit of a walk round after that, and again, nothing in any of the charity shops, nothing in the local CEX or anything like that. So I then went to the market stall, and again, wasn't a huge amount of things. There were a couple of Wii U games which I saw, and by this point I'd already bought the mini Super Nintendo and Lego Jurassic World, so I'd already thought, well, I'm just going for it today. I'm just going to buy what I want, and rather than mess around, I thought I'd just pick up, you know, games that, you know, I'd like to play or be interested in, or are cheap enough or a bit more out of my budget but not overly expensive. So I picked up on the Wii U Rabbids Land, because I do like the Rabbids. I must be one of the very few people who does enjoy the Lapin Crétin. But ever since I played Rayman Raving Rabbids on the PlayStation 2, I've always been quite keen on this. It's meant to be a pretty mediocre game from what I see. It's sort of meant to be like Mario Party with Rabbids. I don't like the Mario Party games at all. But that was £3. I think CX sold that for £5, so that was a little bit of a saving. This one though, I thought I picked up a real bargain until I saw mate of mine videos yesterday. Old Boots Old Pickett again beat me to it. He picked this up for £2. Now I picked up Mario Kart on the Wii U for £2 the week before, so I had to pay £5 for this one, but I don't mind paying £5 for it because it's a game series I really enjoy. And this is Sonic and All-Star Racing Transformed. It should be Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing Transformed, yeah, surely. This is the special edition, which contains Metal Sonic and Moderations, Outrun Boy and Time Trials, and in-game stickers. And it does come with the booklet, this one, which is good. Now I paid £5 for this one, and I think CX had it for 8 to 10. I think the lowest I've seen it is 6, but that was a really racked off copy in their cash converters. And you can play as Wreck-It Ralph as well, apparently, in this one. I've had a watch of this as well. This is like really good. I'm really looking forward to playing this one. Definitely a game series I would give a go on. But yeah, ironically, I got this the Sega and Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing on the Wii, which I also got off the guy in the market. I think I paid £6 for that years ago, so I've got both those games for that series on there. So yeah, paid £3 and £5 for those. As you can see, we're just going up and up and up. And then I went to Cash Converters, and they got loads of retro stuff in there. I don't know what it was. This week. There's some weeks they got nothing. This week they had got shelves rammed full of stuff. They got PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, but all the PlayStations. They got Xbox 360, Xbox One. They got Game Boy stuff. They got pretty much everything apart from they got Super Nintendo stuff. They got Game Boy Advance stuff, N64. They hadn't got any Mega Drive or Master System, which really would have been interesting, but they did have NES stuff. NES stuff in a Cash Converters. Couple of cartridges they got. Balloon Fight and DuckTales 2 were both priced cart only at £30 each. Samurai Warriors, that one's now worth about £1 less. Hang on a second. Samurai Warriors they got. No, Shadow Warriors. Samurai Warriors from. Oh, Samurai. Shadow Warriors. That was on there for £10, and someone had been trading all their PlayStation 1 stuff. They got a really ratty copy of Resident Evil 2, which was priced at £10. I think it'd been better condition, and having a manual and made got it, but not at that price. But they got quite a lot of PlayStation 1 stuff, and nothing special. There was, mostly sort of tolls you can pick up anywhere, but they were good examples of them. Things like G-Police, Colony Walls, Anaconda Covers, Smash Court Tennis, games like that. Nice condition, but they were definitely sort of priced correctly. A load of PlayStation light guns as well, G-Con 45s, Predator, the PlayStation 1 multi-tap. There's all sorts in there. And they got a couple of NES cartridges, which I thought, why not? Because they were priced up at £3 each. So I thought I'd get these. I've seen me buying a lot of NES stuff lately. I've got no idea why. I just bought a mini NES with like loads of games on there. So I'll pick these two up. So the first one at £3 was Marble Madness, which is a game I've never actually ever played. I can't believe I've actually never played it. See, there's the sticker intact at the top, which is great because that's what you're looking for. In the last video about pick up cartridge, and again, nice clean cartridge, a little bit of a marking on the back there, but for £3, I think CEX sell it for £3.50. It's not a massive saving. It's a bit of a wobbly one, but it seems okay. And then also the other one I picked up for the same price as well, £3. And this is California Games, which is a game now I've got on so many different systems. It is unbelievable. There's a little bit of, I didn't see this at the time, there's a little bit of a tear to the label at the top. I'll just put a little bit of glue on that, just there we go. California Games, just stick that on there. And it's a pretty nice example cartridge, again, relatively clean, tidy, nice, and like the other one doesn't rattle. And that was £3. I think CEX sell that for £5 loose. So again, not a huge amount of saving, but that pair there for £3 saves me a couple of quid at CEX, that's fine. So yes, that was the first half of my trip. It was like, wow, all that stuff there. So by the time I'd finished in that particular town centre, I'd already dropped, what, hang on, 47 quid. Yeah, this is from the man who struggles to spend 20 quid most weeks. Or can't carry enough stuff for 20 quid. And I've just blown 47 quid on 6 things. Anyway, second half of those pickups to come shortly. If I'm going to make a cup of tea, might be a good time to do that. But don't go too far away because I've got some shout-outs to do. Ah, yeah. Like doing these. These have very much been making a comeback across the community. Very, very important word, community. And, yeah, so some channels I've been watching. And again, bit of a mixture here. Sort of enjoy these sort of things. So the first one is Contagious Collection, or the Contagious Collector. I really have got no idea. I'm going to have to put a link in the bottom to remember it. I can't read my own handwriting. I think it's Contagious Collection, and again, it's exactly what it is: games collection. Just doing N64. He's just done the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, the normal Famicom. He's also does pickups as well. I've been subscribed to him for quite some time. He's left a few comments on my videos as well. I know, again, some of you guys probably know who he is. But yeah, really, really interesting stuff. I always love seeing other people's collections, same way people love seeing my collection. And I think the collection videos they're so easy to do. So great to see somebody else putting their stuff online as well. So that's Contagious Collection Stroke Collector. But I will make sure and rectify that at the bottom. My apologies. I can't read my own handwriting, and I'm just not as memorable as I used to be. The second one I want to sort of shout out this week is a guy I've just literally stumbled across in the last 48 hours. And that's a guy called Goodwin's Place. Goodwin, Goodwins Place. And this one is an absolute mixture of everything. There are pickups. There are repairs. So retro gaming repairs. Always good to know these little things, the little fixes that you need to know. I've been sort of experimenting with these sort of things as well, and having a bit of varied success with that. So that's something. It's got some technology reviews and repairs on there as well. Biking stuff. If you people enjoy biking, motorbiking. There's some bike tours and things, and yeah, this channel does absolutely everything. So gadgets, tech, repairs, gaming, pickups, biking. Goodwin's Place. Go and check him out. Really, really informative channel. Love sitting down watching those videos as well. And the third one I stumbled across very, very recently, and it's a guy called Xbox of Delights. What a great title for a channel. If anybody remembers the Box of Delights when they were a child, like I do, you remember this, how getting the shit scared out of you at 5:20 on a Sunday night where you're trying to eat your tea. Yeah, Xbox of Delights. What are we doing on that one? Well, we've got gameplay. We've got live streaming, or videos of live streaming. We've got pickups. Obviously, Xbox, completely Xbox orientated. But he'll pick other stuff as well, but that's a focus at the moment. He's also trying to go for a complete Batman game collection. The first video that went up earlier this week. Interesting thing to do. Like I said, I've only just come across his channel very, very recently. Only just sort of been on channel YouTube a few months. Do pop along and have a look. So, Contagious Collection Stroke Collector, Goodwin's Place, and Xbox of Delights. Go along and have a look at those channels. I will put links in the description to those, and tell them the RetroBear sent you, and they'll have no idea who he's talking about. So that's great. So that's some of those on there. Right. So the second half of the pickups, which I'm afraid is not going to be as exciting as the first half. I've got to be brutally honest with you. We sort of shot our load for the first half. This is the sort of the disappointing sloppy seconds. But, it's fine, And it was nice to go out on a day where there was no storm. We've not had a storm now for one weekend, which is fantastic. I don't know how it's managed to happen. It's very much been a case of, as the Macho Man would say, another weekend, another storm, yeah. But he's not around to say that anymore. So I've said it for him. I'm glad I got that out of my system. I've been trying to do that all week. Oh dear. Yeah, another weekend, another storm. Yeah. I used to do a very good Louis Armstrong as well, but don't ask me. Right. Got the PlayStation 2 pickups. Moving swiftly on before everybody turns off. Yeah, don't usually pick PlayStation 2 sort because I've got no space for it, but I'm going to go for a bit of fad at the moment by playing cheap PlayStation 2 racers, the really sort of crap ones. And I was playing, what's I playing recently? It began with F. Forward Street Racing on PlayStation 2. Not a great game, by any stretch of imagination, but I absolutely love playing it for an hour. I just sort of whiled away, playing it for an hour, and then picked a few more, races out there. So I might do a series on PlayStation 2 races I've got. And I've got another one here. And again, I've not heard of this one before in the slightest. I had no way of knowing if the disc was in here was right, because they'd sealed the box up, and they put some sellotape around it, and I couldn't open the box up because the woman who owned the charity shop was standing right there. And I don't know where she comes from, but every single time I go in this charity shop, I get my phone out. And then if I see a game, I go, I just want to check my list. And then all of a sudden, from nowhere, she appears, as if I'm sort of checking to see how much it's worth buying, and she sort of stands there, pretending to sort of move the clothes around and looking at you. So I thought, oh great, so I don't want to open this one up. So, took a punt on Downtown Run, which I've never heard of. By Ubisoft, so it's going to be great. And that's obviously London in the background, so London Eye and Big Ben. Complete with manual. It's one of these old. It's a compact disc game, so my hopes aren't high. And I've got to be honest with you, the disc is. You can see there's some scuffing. I can't see it. You can see the camera there. There's the camera. There's the curtains. Yeah, I've tried to clean the disc up a bit, but I must be honest with you, I'm not sure whether it's going to work or not. I'd be very, very surprised. It cost me 99p, so it's a cheap racer, and in the worst case scenario, it's a replacement box. But I never heard of that one before, so I'm not sure if it's any good. Oh dear me. That's going to fall over in a second. There we go. Save it. It's a good thing. Most of this stuff is worthless, isn't it? Because if it kept falling on the floor all the time, none of it would work. Right, the other one I picked up in the same charity shop. Now I picked this up purely out of curiosity. I've got no connection with this game or what this game represents or who they represent in the slightest. You're wondering what the hell I'm going to show you now. But I couldn't see this listed on the CX website. I've checked Amazon, I've checked eBay, and it sells for anything between sort of like £4 and £10. So I don't know whether it's a bit rare, because they did not produce a lot of these games back then, didn't they? You know what I'm talking about when I show it to you. So this is Birmingham City Club Football 2005. Now, I've already got on the Xbox Aston Villa Club Football. I don't know why. I don't like Aston Villa. But I'm pretty sure this was a part of a series of games that Codemasters brought out with a number of different teams, like, you know, Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, and then I think they did Real Madrid and probably Barcelona and other things as well, and then Rangers and maybe even Celtic, and then for some reason Aston Villa and Birmingham City. I take it they couldn't get a game out of Bolton Wanderers, but you know, it might be a bit of a rare thing. I can't imagine there'll be a huge appeal for Birmingham City Club Football. I mean, even looking at the players on the front there, I mean, you got is that David Dunn there? He used to play for Blackburn as well. You got former Liverpool, Leicester, England striker Emil Heskey, that annoying Welsh bloke Robbie Savage. I'd like to call him a footballer, but I don't think that would be fair to most footballers, to be honest with you. And might be Andy Johnson on the end there. I don't know. Little striker used to play for him, play for Cardiff as well. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. It cost me £1. It may be worth no more than that. I don't know, but I've never seen it before. But I know there are a couple of those club football games. It may be on the Xbox, possibly. Seem to go for you know, more than 50p. And in fact, you know, 10 times more than 50p, possibly 20 times more than 50p. I know there's a couple of really rare ones out there, but I'm not sure whether that one is or not. I don't know. Probably not. If you do know it is rare, let me know, because I have no idea. Now, if you thought the mini NES was a good find, I think this one is probably going to go down as find of the weekend. And hopefully you've been listening to your old buddy RetroBear over the years and listening to him saying about, don't buy this, don't buy that, buy this, buy that instead, look out for this, look out for that, don't eat yellow snow, don't do impressions of Randy Savage online, all those sort of things. And this is where that benefit of that knowledge becomes fruitful. I walked past Charity Shop yesterday, not really paying any attention to it, and they got some games outside. They had this shop used to do 3 for £1. They've had no good games apart from sports games in for a long time now. And I just walked past the table, and all of a sudden on the top was Need for Speed Carbon on the PlayStation 2, which I've already got, and Gears of War on the Xbox 360, which I've already got. So nothing different there. But it made me sort of think, oh, hang on a second, if those games are there, they haven't had these sort of stuff for ages, maybe there's some other ones here. And I did come across a title which I thought, oh, heed your own advice. So on the 360, FIFA 17. And I know what you're going to sit there saying, most are saying, oh, it's a FIFA game. What a waste of time. Well, I've been telling you for ages now, and I know other people have mentioned it or had eyes on it. This is the inside, by the way. Some of these later year sports titles do command some money. A few weeks ago I picked up FIFA 15 on the Wii, which was the last FIFA game for the Wii, currently selling in CEX for 10 to 15 quid. I picked it up for £1 in 49p in cash converters. Okay, That's the back of the box as well. This one here at the moment, I think CEX are trading in for £6, and they're selling for £10. Because this was 3 for £1, that cost me 33p. Lovely jubbly. Disc is in fair condition. It works. It's in fair condition. Now, because it was 3 for £1, I had to find two other games to make up 3 for £1, because otherwise I'd be paying £1 for it, which isn't, you know, a bad price to pay for something. But I thought, well, if I can pay less for it, even better. And so I did pick up 2 games, which I haven't got, which are generic sports titles, but I ain't really bothered about that. So Madden 11 with Drew Brees on the front. Those of you know your American football. Interesting to know that Drew Brees is still playing and possibly will be back again for next season as well. Why is that interesting? Well, because in American football, you know, 9 years is a very, very long time to be playing, especially at quarterback. So there we go. And it was nice and complete, nice condition disc. So again, this was in 3 for £1, so that's another 33p for that one. I do like the American football games, so that's not a problem. And then this one, which is one I haven't got in the series, which is LMA Manager 2005 on the Xbox. So I've now got 3, 4, 5, 6, which I think was the series on the Xbox. The great thing about this one as well is it comes complete with, I'll show you the back of the box before I start doing this. There we go, back of the box, featuring a new and improved commentary from Barry Davis and all stats updated for the 4-5 season, which I think was a season I end up sort of hammering out on Championship Manager, Football Manager. So it'd be interesting to go. Now it's also got one of these, which is sort of a big fold out. You can just see what I'm on about here about the club football series, because we got Aston Villa, club football, Liverpool. So you can see there. Ah, there we go. So that sort of explains it. I'll just try and bring that in a bit there. You can see, I'm just going to try and read it from the top. If you can't sort of see what this is, but there we go. So you got Arsenal, Aston Villa, Birmingham, Celtic, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, Newcastle, that was the other one I'm trying to think of, Rangers and Real Madrid. And also they're listed on the Xbox there. And you've also got down here a game which I've never ever seen either, which is Manchester United Manager. Now I'm not sure whether they went ahead with that one or not, because I've never seen it before, unless it looks like it's from the LMA Manager mode, whether they just went ahead with putting out Man United Club Football on it. But on the back, it's an LMA Manager poster. Look at that, it's all a day's work. Great, that, isn't it? Got a free poster as well. So yeah, so that wasn't too bad at all. So we got a complete game. It's even got the passcodes in there as well to go online. So yeah, so those 3. I think it's the one that you're going to. Those 3, £4, and like I said, that one at the moment selling for £10. £10. That's selling for. Lovely. So keep your eyes open for those late year sports titles. Later the better. I think at the moment FIFA 18 is probably selling for about 30 odd quid in CEX. I think it was a few months. Last year it was, because I missed out an opportunity to buy 18. Should have done it. Should have bought 18 on the 360. I missed it. Anyway, the last 2 games I did get from CEX, so we'll get around to CEX eventually. And again, these were the only ones. So everything you've seen up to this point now was stuff I just came across accidentally, which goes to show that that's better than sort of pre-sourcing your stuff. So, because the last few weeks or so I've been, you know, doing a bit of research beforehand. The only ones I've researched are the ones I'm about to show you. Everything else there was just stumbled across and paid for. Lovely. So, pick these 2 up. These N64 cartridges. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We can't go wrong with N64 cartridge. First one up is V-Rally 99, which was £2.50. Absolutely thrilled to get that, because I do enjoy the V-Rally series. Clean cartridge. I'm not going to show you anything else on that one. That was £2.50. This one actually is a completely different colour. It's much, much dirtier. I'll show you a comparison in a minute. This one costs £2, and this is Top Gear Rally. So £2 for that one as well. This one's got a bit of yellow in on that. You can just see there. Just see it? A little bit of yellow in there. I'm just going to put these 2 there close together. Are you going to be able to see it? Will I be able to see it? Possibly not. Can't quite. Let's try and do that. No. Yeah, maybe you can see it. The V-Rally one is way more clear and cleaner than that one. But like I said, N64 games for a couple of quid. Done this. That's 450, 550, 750. So yeah, about 55 quid spent this week. I can hear the thud of my bank manager falling in. But yes, even so, I don't think that's too bad at all. There's some really nice things there, and to be honest with you, it's a really eclectic mix of, you know, retro and you know, mini NES, which I've always wanted, the Wii U stuff, which I'm really getting into, the FIFA football game, which is worth a few quid, bit of a win there, the Jurassic World game, which is worth a few quid as well, so bit of a win there, very happy with that. And yeah, so let's see if this carries on. I've got really no idea. I may not be going out for a few weeks to recover from that, I don't know. We'll have to see, won't we? But yeah, that pickups. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out those channels. There'll be correct names will be in the description at the bottom. And if enough people tell me not to, I'll stop doing impressions as well. Don't want to start going down that route. We don't want to start doing those. No. Anyway, and I'll stop kicking the camera, hopefully, if I move my foot round. Thank you very much indeed for watching. It's been great to have you back in the pantry. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, leave some questions, leave some messages, click the bell icon for more notifications when I do some more videos. Like I said, I'm going to try and do 2 a week, Monday and a Thursday if I can. We'll fingers crossed, we'll try and keep to that going forward. But in the meantime, it remains me saying thank you very much indeed for watching. Without you, there would be no me. Do take care. Bye for now.